As you know, the Prophet ﷺ, when he died, where was he buried? In the room of Aisha.
First question, how did Aisha come into possession of this house? Because during the Prophet's lifetime, Aisha owned no property. That's the first point. Second, if you claim that Aisha got this house of the Prophet as inheritance, then why did Abu Bakr say that he heard the Prophet ﷺ supposedly say that we prophets don't leave inheritance, whatever we leave is charity, and he denied Fatima salamullah alayha her inheritance from her father. Thirdly, the Prophet ﷺ is buried in his own house. That's not Aisha's house. After the death of the Prophet ﷺ, Aisha usurped that and buried her father and Umar on usurped land, which in Islam is haram anyway. Fourth point, Quran chapter 33 verse 53 says what? O you who believed, do not enter the houses of the Prophet ﷺ except when you are permitted. Can you show me permission of Abu Bakr and Umar being allowed to be buried in the Prophet's house? And not only that, if that was Aisha's house that Abu Bakr and Umar and the Prophet are buried in, then which house is Allah referring to in this verse of the Quran? Next point, Aisha also prevented Imam Hassan al-Islam from being buried next to his grandfather, basically highlighting her enmity towards the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam.
The minute Umar was put in that room, Aisha used to wear hijab now. She would wear her hijab. Not that Umar can see her. Haya, shyness. Umar is in a grave. He can't see her. She knows he can't see. But her nafs, at-tayyiba, at-tahira.
Haya. Where was this haya when she led an army of non-mahram men to fight the successor and cousin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Where was the haya and modesty then? Where was this haya and modesty when in Sahih Bukhari 2647 the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came home one day to find Aisha alone with a non-mahram man, and the Prophet asked, "Oh Aisha, who is this man?" So her own husband doesn't know who this random man is in a room alone with Aisha. Where was the haya then? And then Aisha says, he's my foster brother, and the Prophet replied, be sure about your foster brother, as fostership is only valid if it takes place in a suckling period. You can't just foster a 25-year-old man. And where was this haya and where was this modesty when the non-mahram man, narrated in Sahih Muslim, book 2, hadith 140, slept in Aisha's house and woke up having a wet dream, and then Aisha told the stranger how she used to scrape semen off the clothes of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What was the need of that? And also in Bukhari, volume 1, book 5, hadith 251, Abu Salama said that Aisha showed him and Aisha's brother how to do ghusl from behind a screen, and Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani in Fathul Bari fi Sharh Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 1, page 356, says that they could see Aisha's head in the top half of her body.